Next question comes from a 45-year-old male from London, and he's basically curious about when is it time, or when should someone push forward with a heart transplant? That is a very interesting question. It's a question that, that in general, most transplant centers, we discuss patients with what we consider a multidisciplinary approach, and many specialists weigh in on when it is the ultimate time to move forward with a heart transplant. Basically, we consider people candidates for heart transplantation when they reach what we consider stage 4, New York Heart Association stage 4 heart failure. And these are the patients who are the sickest of the sick. You are not able to accomplish your activities of daily living. For example, even if you do light activities, say showering, for example, you need to sit down and take a break, or you can't really walk around the house too much without having to take a break. You just get, it's incapacitating shortness of breath. This is at the end of all the medications. You're on escalating doses of diuretics. You don't tolerate your blood pressure medications anymore. And it's at this stage of the continuum that really you come down and you have 4 options. One option is hospice, which some people choose. One option are what we call home inotropes, which are blood pressures that help your heartbeat. Although these medications, we know that after about a year, 95% of people on these are dead. So they're essentially hospice at best. Then there's ventricular assist devices, which are artificial heart pumps, which is generally, it's an entire discussion themselves, but they can bridge people to transplant currently, which means they can get you back up on your feet, you can get back out and accomplish your activities of daily living. They're small, you go home, you're going to birthdays, you're traveling again. And then there's heart transplantation, which is still the gold standard. Problem with heart transplantation is that there's only about 2,500 hearts available worldwide. There's millions and millions of patients around the world with heart failure, so you can see it's a supply and demand issue. If you do receive a heart transplant, the most recent data from UNOS says that about just over 50% of people are alive at 10 years. Our current center, over 60% of people are alive at 10 years. So that's just a global answer to a very difficult question, so I hope it's at least a good starting point for you. I would recommend that you spend a lot of time reading about things on the web. Okay, best of luck to you. Take care.